Hey, Rove, congratulations on reaching 10 episodes. Although, to be honest, Hey Dad made nearly 300 episodes, and that was nearly appalling. Just so you know.
Rove, I'm gonna crack your skull. That's Wrestle Talk for happy 10-week anniversary.
Rove, congratulations on this milestone achievement. I think my favorite moment of all the 10 episodes, if I'd watched them, would have been a moment where somebody said something funny. That's the stuff I love. I love it when people are funny. Great job, Rove.
Oh, yes. 10 glorious weeks. What a celebration.
Yeah.
And thank you all for coming in and helping celebrate it. Now, you guys have all each had your own milestones in your career as well. Now, Lauren, you had 100 episodes of the Gilmore Girls. I think that was probably the first out of everybody. What did you do to celebrate that?
Well, there's a tradition here in Hollywood that I'd always been told about, and that is the 100-episode cake. What? Like, you've done 100 episodes of a TV show, and there's a cake, and that's all there is. And then somebody comes down and takes a picture of the cake, and of you with the cake, and of, like, all the people with the cake. And then you eat the cake, and then you go back and do episode 101. Like, that was it. There was no...
But is there, like, you know, like a stripper in the cake or something?
No, no.
Oh, a 100-year-old stripper in the cake?
Yes! And then we got also book bags.
What?
And they said... Gilmore Girls, 100th episode on them. So you could put your script from the 100th episode, like, in the book bag and carry it to work. It was crazy.
What do you do with that? What do you do with that? Like, can you... You can't throw it to Goodwill. You can't sort of give it to the Salvation Army or something. Just some homeless guy on the street with a 100-episode Gilmore Girls bag. Do you give stuff out for, like, 100 episodes of Family Guy?
No, we're very cheap.
Ah.
You know, we give out comparable gifts. You know, it's whether it's you know, jackets or, you know, tote bags or whatnot. I heard that the cast of Frasier gave out the whole cast got like motorcycles with the word Frasier on them. It was some ungodly gift like that, some huge thing. But we don't do that.
That's dope.
You're a tight ass. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's different. That's fine.
Tight ass.
So, Will, when it comes to you, when you have a success, you've sold over 35 million albums or something. Do you get sick of your own songs? When something happens, it's everywhere. It's I Got a Feeling. Ooh-hoo. You're like, please kill me now.
The only thing that's weird is, like, when they play the wrong song at the right event. Like, say, not that I've ever been to a strip club, but say, for example, you go to a strip club and they play, like, Where's the Love at a strip club. What's wrong with the world, Mama? And she's, like, dancing and whatnot. Not that I've experienced that. That's odd. We call them sympathy plays, like, because the DJ saw us. Or one time we went to, like, this... We were in...
Does that happen? Like, if Anne Murray showed up at a strip club, they'd be playing, like...
No, like I was in Sao Paulo last week, and we were tired of going to clubs. So they said, hey, let's just go to Brazil. Now that we're in Brazil, let's do what Brazilians do. Let's go to, like, it's called a gariocha, like, where they play, like, traditional
Where there's
Brazilian...
eight guys in a row playing guitars all at once.
Like, country Brazilian music. So we went there, right? And then after the band plays, the DJ shows up. And you knew they wouldn't have played it if we weren't there, so they throw Where's the Love on, which is cool.
What are you meant to do?
So then you're there, and then everybody's looking, and that means picture time, and you're there with drinks, and then you have to hide the drinks. and then
Are you supposed to do that? I never do that. Is
no.
that?
I hide the drinks. And then you get this one. Okay, one last one. Really last one. Because what about all those other 100 people over there? Or, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm gonna be rude. Which is cool. And then you hide your drinks. That's the
Do you
only
feel
time.
like they expect you to get up and sing ever? Is there that pressure?
So here's how we got. So this last year we played the Super Bowl, and the year before that,
Lauren was in a dog suit, but she was there.
I was there.
The year before, The Who was playing.
Yes,
but before The Who went on, there was a halftime show. I mean, a little halftime. They took a little break, like a commercial break, whatever. And then they played I Got a Feeling. So then we stuck our heads out of the window and performed for our little section where we were at. So the NFL saw us rocking our little crowd.
And then they went, great, we don't have to have The Who next year.
That's how we got the gig, because we was rocking the...
So, what you're saying is, if I go to the Super Bowl and sing, I get to perform at the Super Bowl the next year.
Yes.
Awesome, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Thanks, will.i.am.
That's how we got that. Yeah.
Now, Seth, you had a recent episode where you, or the characters in Family Guy went back to the pilot episode, and you actually there was a bit of controversy around that because there was this 9/11 subplot that was going on at the time.
Yeah, 9/11, which was an incident that happened in America about years ago, and I know this airs in Australia, so. But
go on.
Within the context of the episode, Brian and Stewie go back to the pilot episode of Family Guy, which aired in 1999. And they go back in time for other reasons. And while he's there, Brian tells himself about 9/11. And so he successfully prevents 9/11 from happening. And it causes all this other business. George Bush lost in 2004, so he incited the state of Texas to secede from the Union, which creates a civil war in America. And they realize, oh gosh, things are even worse than they were. So they have to go back in time again and stop themselves from telling their past selves about 9/11, which... You know, the moral of the episode is that you should not tamper with the past if you have a time machine, which I think is a pretty ethical message.
Yes. But there was controversy involved.
There was. It's like Stewie and Brian. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous
because they put
discussion.
everything back the
but
way
let's
it was
fucking
meant to
have it. Yeah, exactly. They go back in time and they realize, okay, we've made things even worse. The ethical thing to do is to go back in time and prevent ourselves from making this mistake. And there's a moment where Stewie says, they come back to the future, and he looks in his laptop. Okay, let's see if it worked. Let's see if it worked. There it is, 9/11. We made 9/11 happen. High five. And he then says, you know, I suppose taken out of context, that probably wouldn't look very good, would it? But it's all there in the structure, and it's post All in the Family America. We can't watch anything on television without having this knee-jerk reaction. Taken in context, if this were the early 70s on television, people would say, oh, all right, okay, well, this is why this is the structure of the story, and it could have been a lot worse, actually.
And you yourself,
but it wasn't.
You have a connection to 9/11 as well, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I was booked on the first flight that hit the tower, and I was drinking the night before, so overslept a little bit, in conjunction with the fact that my travel agent screwed up the itinerary by about 15 minutes, and so I arrived 10 minutes late to get on the flight.
Otherwise, you would have been on the...
drinking ever since.
Exactly. That was... exactly, Lauren.
Saved your
Cheers to
life.
that. Cheers to all. We'll have a break. We'll be right back after this.